3-point shooting king now at Northwestern. That's 58, his first points.
Thanks for filling in, Mr. Urlacher.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Happy to help.
Join us in March for ESPN The Weekend at the Walt Disney World Resort. There's something for every fan. Visit ESPNTheWeekend.com today. Presented by Speedstick 24/7.
You all right?
Yeah, just an old football injury. Tore my rotator cuff against the Giants in '88. Got to play hurt, though, right?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I burnt my tongue on some lentil soup last night. It really hurts.
Be okay to do the show?
Oh, yeah. I'll suck it up.
What makes them different makes them great. Mike and Mike in the Morning on ESPN Radio.
Ready to elevate your golf game to the next level? Learn from the professionals at ESPN Golf Schools presented by Lexus. Enroll in the 3-club tour and receive a Nike Sasquatch driver, SV wedge, and T100 putter free. ESPN Golf Schools instruction developed by world-renowned teaching pro Hank Haney. Call 1-800-642-5528 or register online at ESPNGolfSchools.com. Improve your game through personalized instruction and the latest in equipment from Nike Golf. ESPN Golf Schools presented by Lexus.
Guys, if you're not nervous, you're not alive. You get an opportunity like this, you gotta be. I'm gonna leave it all right here.
They're not getting screened. Don't get screened.
No, Benny, what are you doing here?
It ought to hurt to get an opportunity like that, and we didn't get it done.
Back in Evanston, 17-16, another lead change off of the Vukasic 3, 7:13 to go. Other games going on in the Big Ten Conference tonight. Now the Iowa Hawkeyes at home, tied at 10 with Penn State. Plenty of time to go in the first half there.
Hawkeyes, another one of those clubs very interested in what's going on here tonight in Evanston. State Championship of Indiana being played again.
Game just underway, tied at 8. Actually tied at 8 with 11:32. That game is less scoring than this one.
In this game we're watching here tonight, there has not been an offensive rebound in this game. We played 13 minutes.
Over the back, it's Craig Moore, the freshman from Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
And Bill Carmody has to be very pleased with that fact because Ohio State, being the quicker of the two teams, should be able to get to the offensive boards.
Butler, there's an open three. Ring it up. Jamar Butler, he's got 5 now. And it was funny when they hit 12 of the first 16 against Michigan. Butler was 5 of 6, Foster 6 of 8 that game. Bruce Weber, the head coach at Illinois, said 5 of 6, 6 of 8. We have guys who can't shoot free throws like that.
Well, we watched them at the shoot-around again today, and they put up a lot of threes, so it's not by accident. It's part of the plan.
They had 15 against Michigan. Of course, they had 18 against LSU last year. Just 4 of 18 in the last game against Michigan Saturday afternoon. Cote,
there's that first offensive rebound. It goes to the Wildcats. Long threes. When you miss them, there's long rebounds.
Bill Carmody telling his club before the Wisconsin game, you mentioned the rebounding numbers tonight. He said, if you guys can hang with Wisconsin on the boards, I think we have a chance to beat them. And they wound up actually beating the Badgers on the boards by 1. And as you mentioned, they won't beat too many teams. They're -7 on the glass on the year. Another shot miss. He missed a couple in Columbus down low, and that's his second for Tim Doyle underneath the bucket.
Well, crowd wanted goaltending on the first one. J.J. Sullinger getting a piece of that ball. Then Doyle with a couple fakes coming back down. Good look inside. That one touched. Good head and shoulders fake. Goes up, bumped inside, shoot a pair.
Interesting. It's funny what you see when you see the replay, huh?
Bill Carmody probably didn't call that interesting, especially since the free throw now did not go down.
Williams, the freshman out of Chicago, goes out. Tim Doyle, 6'5" junior, out of New York. 4 assists a game. 52% shooter. He's been productive this year, averaging about 8 points. But again, missed a couple of easy bunnies, unless, of course, that was goaltending last time. Missing 2 free throws that time. He's a 73% shooter.
Turns out to be an effective foul for Ohio State. Here's the double team. Little trap coming out on top. You have to be strong with the ball against this Northwestern defense, and then if you can swing it, you'll find an open man.
Foster. 10 on the shot clock. Sullinger misfires, follows his shot. Vukovic comes up. There's a reach by Dials. Going for the ball. Inadvertently grabbed Vukovic's wrist, and he picks up the foul. First on Dials, and here comes Evan Seacat.
Good three-point shooter.
6'2" senior out of Paoli, Indiana. Really lit it up in the second half against Penn State. 6 threes in that game. Vukovic with 1 3. Cote. Well, he's taking Dials inside, but I'm not sure if he'll have a lot of success with that left hand against Dials down on the baseline.
Cote is still down at the other end. He hit hard. He and Terrence Dials. The play was clean going to the hoop, but both guys went down after the attempted block by Terrence Dials, and Cote is still down on the floor. We get another look. Took it down inside, no foul, and then they just kind of stumble as they both go down. Steve Wilmer right on top of it. Whistle did not blow, but
not sure if it's his knee or actually his calf. Looks like he's going to be okay. Cote, take a breather. He's 3 of 6 from the field, 2 for 4 from long range, 8 points for Bill Carmody tonight. So Bill Carmody, he's had some close calls with the Buckeyes. Last year they were up 8, and Ohio State closed the game on a 22-1 run. And then back in 2002 in Columbus, Buckeyes prevailed 58-57. Carmody at 13-13 this year. The last 2 years they finished 1 game below 500. Missed the postseason.
Ohio State overloading the right side. Butler with a cleared out area. Dials in there with single coverage.
Butler. Offensive rebound, Ohio State. Mentioned Sullinger, 6.5 rebounds for a guard. That's very impressive. Vukovic for the rebound. Boy, for not an exceptionally big team down in the paint, the way the Buckeyes have been putting it high on the glass, it looks like Northwestern should have about 3-6-9 guys down there. Vukovic off the dribble.
Sullinger's done a nice job on him so far in the game, but this time he took it in with a left-handed dribble, then came back with the right arm. He picks up the personal.
JJ's second.
Thad Matta trying to get a little bit more offense into this game. We got 4:05 remaining. It's 19-17. So Ivan Harris checks back in.
Vukovic, catch and shoot. Machado with the offensive rebound. Just took it away from Dials and Ivan Harris.
Wildcats showing good hustle and good patience at the same time.
Outside, Moore, the freshman.
Look at this.
Brand new 35-second clock. 3:43 and counting. Cats down 2.
After that long rebound, the Buckeyes not coming up with it. Terrence Dials was barking at everybody out there, getting after his teammates.
Evan Seacat, a little bit too strong. Dials clears this time.
Terrence said, I'll just go and get it myself.
That's what you got to do sometimes. Lewis takes it to the glass. Mentioned the last game against Michigan State, Lewis can really get to the free throw line. He takes it to the rack. 3:22 to go. It's a 2-point ball game. Buckeyes by a bucket.
gazing at the distant lights and dream of you.
Introducing mobile ESPN. Sports fans, your phone has arrived.
Item, gold locket with broken chain.
ABC presents.
Item, cellular phone displaying last number dial.
A new television experience that starts by giving you all of the evidence, even before these guys ever get the case.
You're not our problem unless you make us your problem.
Orlando Jones, Rob Estes, The Evidence. Series premiere Wednesday, March 22nd at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Sloppy defense.
Who's got him? Who's got him?
Weak screens.
Step up!
Bad passes.
Hey! Give me the ball.
Now, Bobby Knight sees who can pass the ultimate test.
Good job.
16 students.
I want all of you to grow 4 inches.
1 walk-on spot.
If your mother comes in here, you going to listen to your mother or to me? That's right.
Get ready for Night School, Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Right here, this is MSG. We call it the Garden. Just tragedy everywhere. It's something that you want to get your family away from, and that's what I'm trying to do.
My brother's about to do something that a lot of people don't get a chance to do.
The pro scouts made me a little uneasy.
The word is that you're going to the NBA. You don't listen to that.
ESPN Original Entertainment presents the defining year of Sebastian Telfair.
Going all out for me, my family, and my team.
Through the Fire. Premieres Sunday, March 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Back inside Wells Ryan Arena, but Bill, you were a famous Buckeye, but I see you have friends at Northwestern, I'm sure.
Just having fun.
Well, he's into it, and it's been an interesting, not a high scoring, but an interesting first half. 19-17, you look at the RPI leaders. Buckeyes at 5. A week ago, they were 7. Michigan State 8. But the Big Ten, of course, the #1 conference as far as RPI.
Tom Izzo's club losing a couple of ball games. We moved from 8 to 17 in a hurry. That's an ever-changing number right there.
Great season. Of course, Michigan State picked to win it all. If you would have bet me they'd be 7-7 at this juncture, not sure if I would have taken that bet.
Terrence Dials 3 out of 4, but hasn't taken a shot in the last 13 or 14 minutes of this game.
Not a lot of touches. There's a shot.
There he goes.
He's got 8 points now. He said it was a very gratifying week, of course, beating Michigan State, breaking a 10-game skid in the Breslin Center. And then he said holding Michigan to 54 points was a challenge. Michigan averaging about 72 points.
Now Hashad posting up inside against Jamar Butler. He'll vacate the spot. They'll open the middle again and start it all over.
Vukasic, wide open 3 off the screen. Ring it up. Vedran Vukasic now with a couple of threes. He's got 6, and it's a 1-point game.
1-3-1 this time down. Ivan Harris turns it over.
That's what happens so much against Wisconsin as Hashad rolls it in. He's got 6. And the Cats have the lead at 22-21.
And they don't run a lot, but they will run from plays like that when you come up with it. Any type of steal, and Bill Carmody's club will get out. And when you're trapping out on top, there's a cross-court pass to the open man.
Harris is 2 for 2. Another 3 for Ivan Harris. He's come off the bench and hit 18 and 19 from behind the arc this year. See Cote with 8. Doyle with a couple of assists. 10 lead changes in the game now. 24-22 Buckeyes. Then Scott got away with a double dribble.
Certainly did. Buckeyes clear.
Nice kick out in the corner. A little bit too strong, though, by Lewis. Good penetration by Butler that time.
And when you shoot it that quickly in the possession against Northwestern, that's exactly what they want. Dials wasn't even to the offensive end. Ohio State put it up. Now, they've lived and died by that shot all year, so I'm not saying that's the wrong thing to do, but it plays into the hands of the Wildcats if you're not going to hit.
Vukasic finding the streaking Craig Moore for his first bucket. Inside a minute, we're tied at 24.
pressuring out on top. You can beat that initial line of this defense, they'll get good looks. The Northwestern's been extremely active.
Oh, Harris now with 8 points. Almost rolled out for him.
Nice job of moving to the open spot, and there's that good look. But the way they trap, you have to throw the ball with some authority cross court to get it to the open teammate.
That's about as close as the bucket Harris has been for a while, huh? Usually stroking threes outside as Scott calls for the timeout with 17 seconds to go.
Well, when you're 6'9" and you've only shot 2 free throws all season long, I would say you're pretty much outside, and that's where Ivan Harris has been. Bill Carmody wants to get a good look here this last possession.
So Pat Mono has been the coach of the year in 2 other conferences. It'll be interesting to see if he gets the nod in the Big Ten. Of course, if you talk to him, he said there's plenty of basketball to be played. It's no easy task coming in here. They have to go and beat Purdue at home. If they win them both, they have the outright championship. Buckeyes have 17 titles, 10 outright, 7 shared in the history of their program. You look at
Terrence Dials will sit down as Matt Terwilliger comes in for this last possession.
Nice shot of Ivan Harris. You mentioned he's 2 for 2 from free throws. Hasn't shot one, and yet watching him in practice today, he can probably get above the rim as well as anyone. Huh?
No, he can get up in the air.
Iowa looking for their 10th win in conference play. 21-12 on top of the Nittany Lions. First half in Iowa City. Last 10 seconds now. Cats down by 2. Evan Seacat. Off the dribble, stolen away.
Nice play by Butler.
And it doesn't go. His shot at the buzzer with the rebound. 10 lead changes. Buckeyes head for the locker room, leading it by 2, 26-24. Terrence Dials, 5 straight double-doubles. He's got 8 points. Your thoughts, Bill?
Well, an excellent first half. Both clubs playing well, doing what they want to do. Ohio State needs to show a little bit more patience, but the Northwestern defense has been up to the task. That zone has been good. They've been aggressive at the offensive end.
Buckeyes averaging 77. They have 26, but they do have the lead. We're back with halftime. Back inside Walsh Ryan Arena. Very low scoring, but very interesting first half. Second half underway.
Matt Sylvester starting again to start the second half. Straight into Dials.
Didn't take long, huh? Wow, less than 10 seconds, and he has his 10th point. Before we get too deep into the second half, talk about those numbers, how they mirror each other. It's amazing.
Well, 2 totally different styles of basketball teams here tonight. And in the first half, both clubs 10 out of 24 from the floor. Both teams 4 out of 11 from beyond the arc.
So the 2 free throws, the difference in the first half.
Northwestern was 0 for 2. Ohio State was 2 for 2.
I read earlier today that since Bill Carmody took over this program, Sullinger deep in the corner. Ring it up, that's a 3. Sullinger, his first bucket. 15 times since Bill Carmody took over, the Cats have gone an entire half without shooting any free throws. 4 times, both teams, or neither team shot a free throw. And just 4 there in the first half. As you mentioned, 2 for 2 for the Buckeyes, 0 for 2 for Northwestern.
Ohio State with 2 excellent possessions to start the second half.
Vukicic off the dribble.
Nice move. Good strong play. Just leans in with a wide body. Knocked it in off the glass.
6'8" senior out of Split, Croatia. Will wind up number 3 on the scoring charts here at Northwestern.
Anytime Ohio State faces a zone, they like to have Sylvester on the floor. Foster all the way down and back out. Terrence Dials.
12 points for Dials.
Nice second effort by Terrence. 2 field goals for him to start this half.
Dials 12 points, 3 rebounds. Of course, 5 straight double-doubles.
Ohio State's taking this crowd back out of it to start the second half. Wildcats looking for a hoop.
Dials out on Cote. 7 on the shot clock, off the dribble. His shot, and he's tripped going down the lane. And the foul will go against Raquel Foster. Let's look at the numbers again in the first half. It is amazing. You just talked about it, but look at that. 10 for 24, 4 for 11. Wow.
Northwestern with 2 more turnovers. And Ohio State getting production from their bench that Bill Carmody doesn't have.
3 of the last 4 games, the Buckeyes have doubled up as far as bench points, 44-22. I stand corrected. That foul goes on Sylvester. That's going to be 3 on him, Bill. In fact, for sure, Jaquel Foster picked himself up off the floor.
When you're trying to play defense against this kind of an offense and playing with a bad back, it's tough to move laterally. Looks like he's struggling, laboring and moving a little bit out here tonight. There's a bump inside. It's going to go against the Buckeyes.
2 red shirts going for the rebound, just 1 white. Halftime now, the Hawkeyes looking for their 10th Big Ten win on top of Penn State and Purdue, Indiana now. 27-25 Purdue. They play hard, don't they?
Well, Matt Painter's done a nice job at Purdue with some very difficult situations this year between the injuries and having to let some people go for disciplinary reasons. Hashad knocks in the short jumper.
You can hit that one all day. So Bill Carmody was saying, Hashad, give him the ball. There's those long arms, and he felt like Sylvester stopped him.
Well, he did. Hashad and Sylvester. Matt lost the ball with a weak pass and then got a piece of Hashad to keep him from getting to it. No call out on top.
Buckeyes with a 5-point lead. Second half here in Evanston. Northwestern trying to climb to 14-13. Get into the NIT. The Buckeyes trying to claim a piece of the Big Ten championship. Doyle. Left hand. This time it goes. His first bucket.
He's a competitive kid. Got it down inside. He's the one guy that likes to linger when he goes down inside to post up and calls for the ball. Got Sylvester on his back.
First half, Dials and Harris were 7 of 8. The rest of the team 3 of 16. Dials with 2 second-half baskets, but J.J. Sullinger scores down low. He's got 5 in the second half.
Good movement of the basketball that time by Ohio State. They made that extra pass. Foster electing not to raise up and take a 3. Got it deeper inside to Sullinger, who converted.
Mentioned Sullinger, 6.5 rebounds. Really like his game. I think when he left Worthington, headed out to Arkansas, he pictured himself as a scorer. But he's really adjusted his game and very unselfish. A shot is fouled going up. But he was definitely making the pass. Donnie Gray with the call.
Here's the play earlier as Matt Sylvester reaches in and then says, hold on a minute. You're not going anywhere.
5-point game, Ohio State.
Golf Digest is going.
Sweet, sleepy, warm love summer nights, gazing at the distant lights and dream of you.
Introducing mobile ESPN. Sports fans, your phone has arrived.
Item, gold locket with broken chain.
ABC presents.
Item, cellular phone displaying last number dial.
A new television experience that starts by giving you all of the evidence, even before these guys ever get the case.
You're not our problem unless you make us your problem.
Orlando Jones, Rob Estes, The Evidence. Series premiere Wednesday, March 22nd at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Sloppy defense.
Who's got him? Who's got him?
Weak screens.
Step out!
Bad passes.
Hey! Give me the ball.
Now, Bobby Knight sees who can pass the ultimate test.
Good job.
16 students.
I want all of you to grow 4 inches.
1 walk-on spot.
If your mother comes in here, you going to listen to your mother or to me? That's right.
Get ready for Night School, Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Right here, this is MSG. We call it the Garden. Just tragedy everywhere. It's saying that you want to get your family away from me. That's what I'm trying to do.
My brother's about to do something that a lot of people don't get a chance to do.
The pro scouts made me a little uneasy.
The word is that you're going to the NBA. You don't listen to that.
ESPN Original Entertainment presents the defining year of Sebastian Telfair.
Going all out for me, my family, and my team.
Through the Fire. Premieres Sunday, March 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Buckeyes by 5, 15:54 to go. Terrence Dials, 6 of 7. And Bill, we mentioned the fact that he's coming off of 5 straight double-doubles. There's his numbers, 12 points, 3 rebounds tonight. But when you look at the 5 straight double-doubles, what jumps off the page? I think Illinois 16 rebounds. Michigan State sat the last 4 minutes.
Well, I think Ohio State fans would say they're all impressive. Terrence would say they're all impressive except Wisconsin because we didn't win the basketball game. So
great answer. You know, I think you sound like a former player. You probably should have coached in this game. I'm looking
it's
at
a lot easier over here.
The selfish me coming out. I'm looking at all those numbers. I didn't realize there was a loss stuck in there. Buckeyes 14 field goals, 11 assists in the game. They've had 20 or more assists 5 times this year.
Scott was wide open on that cut. They didn't see him.
Vukasic loses the handle, stolen by Ohio State. There's an open 3. Foster, yes.
Big possession there. Ohio State pushed it up the floor, had the advantage in numbers, and actually had some people ready to rebound if that shot didn't go. But Foster getting his feet set. It was a deep 3, but that's comfortable for him. And one of the few times tonight Ohio State just beat the defense down the floor.
Buckeyes by 8 now. But as Bill, as you mentioned, in the first half, they were down big. The Cats were down big in Columbus, and then Hashad scored 15 straight.
Well, we've always talked all year about this Ohio State club. They're 21-4. They always seem ready to play, and you credit Thad Matta and his coaching staff for getting these guys ready. If they had a game this year that they looked like they were flat, it was probably the Northwestern game at home. Because not only were they not hitting their threes, but they broke down defensively in some key parts of that game. But when you play at home, you figure out a way to get it done. And that's what you do if you try to win championships. You have to win the tough games, the ones where you're not quite ready to get it done. That day they did it. That's a big basket right there for Northwestern.
48th for the freshman out of Pennsylvania. He's got 5 now. He's hit at least 1 3 in every Big Ten game this year but 1.
Well, Moore had plenty of time. Good release, nothing but the bottom.
Matchup problem down there. Look at Sullinger standing over Jenkins. Dials, good help defense, but there's the whistle. Steve Walmer up top, and the foul goes against Vukasic.
Well, Bill Carmody, realizing what Terrence Dials can do to them, is still giving him single coverage, but that time when the ball dumped in, they sent a second man to him immediately. So Terrence will have to make the decision, either go with the shot inside or find the open teammate if he starts feeling a double team. Nice dump off, took a look.
Boy, Sullinger was really crashing the offensive glass, just didn't come up with a basketball. 5-point game now. Cats.
Looks like that time exactly what we were talking about, and Terrence Dials seemed somewhat indecisive whether to go ahead and shoot it or give it to Sullinger, who was open.
Doyle off the dribble. Good ball fake, left hand. He's got a couple of buckets here in the second half, and we have a 3-point ball game.
Ohio State opened that gap. Northwestern, 2 straight possessions, a 3 and a 2. Back to a 1-possession game.
Lewis, Jaquel Foster open again, and it's another 3. No, it's a 2. Steve Walmer said it's a 2, so Foster has 8 now in the ball game.
Good patience, great ball fake that time by Jaquel Foster, freeing himself up for the wide open jumper.
Foster only scoring 2 against Michigan, but the last 7 before that, he was shooting 49% from 3-point territory.
Hands by Butler, and Hashad trying to argue the case a little bit. But that's what can happen when you play great half-court defense. Ohio State's right up on the ball. Hashad looks inside, got a little casual. Butler right there. Nice play by the sophomore. He's blossomed into one of the great defensive guards in the league.
Yeah, Butler, I was amazed last week. Drew Neitzel is a very good basketball player for Michigan State, and he couldn't find a shot against the Butler. And Dan Peters telling me, well, Daniel Horton's coming off a 39-point game, wound up going 4 for 16. Hashad returns the favor, though, takes it the distance, and he's in double figures with 10.
Nice pass from Sylvester, and how about that?
Wow. Did he muscle that one in or will it in?
A little bit of both. I know he didn't expect it to go in. He had a smile on his face right after he made the move. The shot active with the hands. Not only the strip, but the nice move. Good ball, body control to lay that one up and in. And then Terrence Stiles. I don't know what hand he shot that with.
Misfires. Stiles 65% from the line. 42-37. 13 minutes away. From either another upset for the Cats or a Big Ten championship for the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Rashad, the no-look pass right into the hands of Butler.
That time Jamar was beaten but didn't give up on the play and got himself in position for the steal.
That's a great point. 9 out of 10 players, if they give up, the ball simply goes out of bounds.
I think Terrence Dials clearing out some space inside, called for the personal. It's 4 on Ohio State, 2 on Terrence.
Jenkins with the ball, a 44% shooter from three-point territory last year, 18 this year. The Cats have made their last 5 shots.
In feast or famine, they've either turned it over or scored.
Jenkins takes it and almost got it, rolls up. Sylvester said, why not? Deep 3, Dials another offensive rebound, reverse.
Nice move. Both parts of that play. Good strong rebound, getting in position inside, and then going underneath the basket to the other side, come up with a conversion.
Outside, too strong, long rebound. Here comes Jaquel Foster now, doesn't have the numbers. Lewis, stolen by Jenkins.
Ron Lewis got up in the air. Northwestern very alertly in the right place.
Seacat, ring it up, Evan Seacat. His first bucket.
Yeah, you don't think of Northwestern at all as a running basketball team, but when you turn it over, they make you pay, and they've done it all night here tonight.
I was just about to say, Bill, before he launched the 3, for a low-scoring game, it seems like a fast pace right now. Foster does not get the bounce, playing on the road, and here comes the shot. Dials, Sylvester both going down hard, and the Buckeyes pick a pocket.
A lot of action at both ends, and no whistles, and now we get a whistle at half court.
Boy, this crowd is into this basketball game. They're expecting about 7,000 people. They have to have 8,000 here tonight. 11:06 to go. 4-point ball game favoring the Buckeyes.
Listen up. I'm very hungry and I'm angry, okay? I'm a little irritable because I haven't eaten.
From the creator of Saturday Night Live, Lorne Michaels.
Apparently, Grandma fell down and she has a boo-boo. She hit her nana.
Here comes a new breed of family comedy.
Cut the crap. Come on, what happened? Is it something with her heart?
She may have had a heart attack, all right? And she may be going to say hi to God very soon. She may be sitting with Jesus.
Sons and Daughters, new series premiere Tuesday, March 7th, 9/8 Central, only on ABC.
Beginning March 2nd, the best in the world are playing.
For pride, for country, for baseball.
The World Baseball Classic, March 2nd to the 20th on ESPN and ESPN2.
NBA Sunday on ABC. On the national stage. Who will shine in the Sunday spotlight? Doubleheader action, Sunday 12:30 Eastern on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Guys, if you're not nervous, you're not alive. You get an opportunity like this, you gotta be. I'm gonna leave it all right here.
They're not getting screened. Don't get screened.
Go, Benny. Go. What are you doing here?
It ought to hurt to get an opportunity like that, and we didn't get it done.
Buckeyes by 4. Thad Matta doing a little teaching and getting his point across.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a discussion with the official, then took that chair. He about countersunk that baby right here in Welsh Ryan Arena. We'll have to wait to see if this timeout, as they break it. Yep, chair came up. I thought we might have to play around it.
I think he was just saying this is where the head coach sits and nobody's going to take this chair.
Oh, is that what he was saying?
Well, I'm sure he got his point across. Just his second season at Ohio State.
Just another game, right, Mike? Wouldn't know a championship's on the line at all.
Earlier in the broadcast, we talked about, or I did, asking Thad about who his player of the year was. He just looked, I could just tell, he could care less.
Furthest thing from his mind.
I don't think he ever did come up with a name, huh? Sylvester. A little shy that time. Another offensive rebound, Ohio State. And it goes. Lewis working hard inside.
Well, we said at the top, that's one of the places Ohio State should have an advantage in this game. Once that ball goes up, if you can anticipate the shot going airborne, just being more athletic and getting to the glass.
Even with that rebound by Lewis, Northwestern still leading on the glass, 21-19 right now. But they trail by 6. Vukasic wide open because of the slip, and that's a 3. He's in double figures with 11.
Good recognition by Vadran that time, realizing Dials was going down.
Good movement of the basketball by Ohio State. Right back to Jaquel Foster. Doesn't go. Dials.
Nice job just keeping that one alive. Now the scrum.
Well, it's a good thing Dials had long arms, otherwise he would have been charged with the foul. He kept it alive, almost reached over the back. But I guess Terrence Dials coming in at 6'9", and Michael Jenkins at 5'9".
Jenkins took a second there to straighten up his headband.
Right.
Oh, they're really playing hard. Both squads. Both squads.
This is an entertaining game. 46-43.
Northwestern plays with confidence, especially on this floor. They held Wisconsin to 51, Iowa to 48, and did he get the timeout in time? I don't think so.
Donnie Gray was pointing.
Went out of bounds before he got it called.
Somebody told me a couple of years ago they were going to take that out. They weren't going to let players do that.
It would be a good thing if they did, but that time his foot was on the sideline.
Lewis rims out. Well, the Buckeyes got some open looks the last couple of possessions, but they're rimming out now. And the Cats with 9:25 trailing by 3. The shot.
Dials against Vukasic. This is a tough matchup for Ohio State when Vadran comes out away from the hoop.
The shot averaged about 15 down the stretch, had 23 against Illinois in the quarterfinals of the Big Ten tournament last year. Jenkins with only 2 on the shot clock, a little leaner. Doesn't go, but they get the offensive rebound.
Good effort by the Wildcats. Good recognition, just throwing it up, as you said, to beat the shot clock. And then they just out-hustled Ohio State to come back up with another attempt.
Sterling Williams keeping that alive, the 6'4" redshirt freshman. They say he has a lot of upside. Mentioned Hashad playing so well down the stretch last year as he takes it to the rack. He said, this one's going against the Buckeyes. He said, I wish I could explain why I finished so strong and I can't keep it going for the course of the entire season.
Well, part of it might be the fact he had that appendectomy in December. That's amazing that he's even back, but he acts like that was nothing.
Yeah, that's a great point you bring up. He only missed 3 games. In fact, back when I was in high school, I think an appendectomy would sideline you for the entire season. And Bill Carmody did say when he first came back, he wasn't moving. Said he felt fine, but the incision didn't hurt him, but he wasn't moving like he normally did. But he was moving big time against Wisconsin last week, scoring 25, 11 of 17 from the floor.
Harris and Lewis going out as Sullinger and Foster check back in for Ohio State.
Bill, last week, even though they beat Wisconsin, they did not score a field goal. Northwestern in the last 7, 44. but they made their last 15 free throws. They have not made a free throw tonight. There's the first.
But in that game, they were operating with a lead. They had it about 10 or 12 points. And they showed the same kind of hustle and effort that they're showing here tonight.
Buckeyes by 2. Sylvester. A little bit too strong. Those were the shots that were going in against Michigan State last week. You know, it's amazing. We have a 46-44 game. And you'd said it in the first half that Ohio State, when they pull the trigger quickly, that's exactly what Northwestern wants. It's amazing how a team can control the tempo, or dictate the tempo. Out of bounds, and it's going to go Ohio State way. But we're inside 8 minutes, so we're going to take a timeout. Buckeyes ain't great in the country, up by 2.
My name is Izzy Paskowitz, and I've been running surf camps for autistic kids for 7 years. What's perfect for us is to see that screaming and the kicking when they go out, and when they turn around and ride that wave in, it's just nothing like it. And there's the parents, tears in their eyes, saying, we've had a lot of tough times, but today was just a perfect day.
I'm in.
.750 to go. 2 points separating the Buckeyes and the Wildcats of Northwestern as Ohio State takes aim at a Big Ten championship. Second half, 12 minutes to go. The Hawkeyes all over Penn State. And out of the ACC, Bill, I knew someone would knock off Duke before the ACC season was over.
A huge win for the Seminoles, and they were one of the bubble teams, and that could do it for them.
Remember, Florida State lost in overtime 97-96 in Durham. They had the controversial call against Johnson, their center, and they called them for a tee, and the officials were suspended after that, so a little payback for the Seminoles there.
Now they're doubling up on Terrence Stiles down inside, trying to give as much help as they can, so if Ohio State swings the ball.
Sullinger misfires, a little bit shy. So once again, an opportunity for the Wildcats to tie or take the lead. Bill Carmody in the last 4+ years, 50-21 at home. If he should pull off a victory, Bill, tonight, he'll be 9-8 against ranked teams. Evan Seacat, too strong, rebound.
Well, Ohio State's forced 4 more turnovers. Wildcats have turned it over 13 times, just 9 for Ohio State. But Northwestern's beating the Buckeyes on the boards.
That would be back-to-back games for the, take that back, back-to-back home games. But they'd win the battle of the glass as Dials misfires, gets the rebound and fouled.
Claiming no shot. I think he was fouled while still on the ground. Missed the easy one inside and upset with himself for missing this one. Good strong move. Nice rebound. Ohio State retains possession.
Buckeyes started this half 8 of 11. Since then, they are 1 for 9.
Nice pass from Sylvester to Dials.
Make it 2 for 10. Dials coming off with 22 points, 11 rebounds against Michigan. 18 points now. 4-point lead for Ohio State. 6.5 minutes to go.
Ohio State's built the lead here tonight. Northwestern's countered with Thad Matta style basketball. They've knocked in some threes at critical times.
Oh, look at Vukovic.
Nice drive.
Showing a little athleticism there.
Well, in this size lineup right now, as we mentioned before, Dials is matched against him. And he's very agile and can take the ball to the basket.
Sylvester, a little runner. You know, it's amazing. Bo Ryan, after they got beat here, he said, you know, we took some floaters and then we took some shots I'd never seen before. So you're right. I mean, that.
Well, they're going to come out and pressure you and allow you to beat them on the dribble. They would rather have you take a floater or a shot you're not comfortable with as opposed to shooting an open three or just dumping it into Dials.
Down 2, the Cats have not led this half. Williams, the freshman. Bring it up, it's a 3. Listening to that crowd, I guess it's new.
1-3-1, trying to trap out on top. There's the floater again. This time Butler gets it.
His first bucket in the second half. He's got 7. And the Buckeyes reclaim the lead at 50-49.
Big answer by the sophomore.
Another timeout. 1-point game.
Some of the bigger stars, like Dwayne Wade, they've actually negotiated final cut of their highlights.
I think that works, Dwayne. You know what? First we should go with a medium to draw the audience in. Then we should go real wide to give it a sense of context.
Dwayne, we're going to need that highlight.
When it's ready. Then we'll go
well, but you missed 2 shows already.
When it's ready. You think we can add a couple more defenders with CGI? That would make me look more like a hero, you know, superhero.
You know your friend Cheese? Yeah. That's a nickname, right? Yeah. He smell or something? No. Does he eat a lot of cheese? No, actually, he's lactose intolerant. Well, what's his first name? Mike. What's his last name? Jankowskiewicz. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, one time we were out in the boat, and he pulled out a big old chunk of Limburger, put it on a hook. Apparently, catfish like stinky cheese. Catfish are so dumb.
In sports, if you want to know where you're going, you've got to know where you've been.
Jordan, look at that! On Classic Now, we tie the past to the present.
From Unitas to Marino to Manning, Wilt to Kareem to Shaq, Koufax to Clemens to, well, Clemens. Every weeknight, host Josh Elliott brings you the sports news like you've never seen it before. Classic Now, where the past is always present. Weeknights at 7 and 11, only on ESPN Classic.
If you don't have ESPN Classic, get Classic Now.
Inside Welsh Ryan Arena in Evanston, the home of the Wildcats. Northwestern at 13-13, hosting the Buckeyes of Ohio State. A win tonight for the Buckeyes, and they will claim at least a share of the Big Ten championship. Illinois winning last night, so they're a half game back. Iowa winning tonight against Penn State. They'll go to 10-5. Wisconsin goes into East Lansing to take on the Spartans tomorrow. I was going to say, needless to say, Wisconsin has the toughest task, but right now, you look at the scoreboard right here, coming into Northwestern, no walk in the park for anyone.
You've got that right. They pretty much controlled the tempo. Ohio State has the strength when they can get it inside the dials. Northwestern making a lot of hustle plays. This time, Jaquel Foster getting to that long rebound.
Vukovic averaging about 19.6. He has 13 in the game. Down on the baseline, they're going to call a foul against the freshman Craig Moore.
16th foul on the Wildcats. Ohio State with 5. Terrence gave that look like I've seen a lot worse. Ball went right through his legs. He goes down on the floor. I didn't see anything there.
I don't think Craig Moore did either. Inside 5 minutes now, approaching 4.5.
Ohio State, next foul against Northwestern, moves into the 1-and-1.
Sullinger, you can tell when he's going to break his man down off the dribble, which he does. He has 7 all in the second half.
Nice move going in with his strong hand from the left side.
So the Hawkeyes pulling away in Iowa City now.
1 possession game. Middle remains wide open for Northwestern. They send the cutters and bring out the center.
Talking to some of the guys in Northwestern, they said they had a Dials or an Augustine, they'd be a 9-7 Big Ten team. As Vukasic takes it in, kicks it out to Moore. Bring it up! Big 3 for Craig Moore.
Had Vukasic bottled up inside, but he just kind of willed it to the corner. Nice recovery. Huge basket for the Wildcats.
Reminiscent of the one he hit with 0.9 seconds to send the Purdue game into overtime.
Butler starting to penetrate in this half.
Sylvester tries to answer, rims out.
Everything is going to run through Vukasic now, Mike.
Tied at 52. Cats haven't beaten the Buckeyes since 1998.
I'll be surprised if big number 11 doesn't touch it in every possession.
Steve Alford, Bo Ryan, both knowing what it's like to come into Evanston this year and get knocked off. Evan Seacat, the three-point shooter, takes it to the rack. He's fouled. He'll be going to the line. Seacat, only 3 for 5 from the stripe this year. He'll be there when we come back.
Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
Okay. Okay.
ABC News Now. Finally something designed for your hectic life. Imagine programs 15 minutes long and tightly packed with all the good stuff you actually want. Hit the ground running with ABC News Now.
ABC News Now.
Now.
ABC News Now.
Get it now.
Now.
ABC News.
Anytime, anywhere.
Get it now.
Now imagine being able to get it all. Anytime and anywhere. Hey, that's why you need ABC News Now.
2:54 to go. Deadlocked at 52. Coming up this weekend from ESPN Plus, a Big Ten doubleheader. Indiana takes on Michigan at 2 o'clock. They have a half-hour pregame show. That tips at 2:30. Then at 4:30, the Wisconsin Badgers going to Iowa City to take on the Hawkeyes. Big Ten doubleheader again, 2 Eastern. Starts with a half-hour pregame show from ESPN+. Purdue, Indiana, 43-42. 9:10 to go. Evan Seacat goes to the line 5 times. He's been there this year. This young man, Bill, hit 269 threes in high school. And he had some injury problems for Bill Carmody here. Remember a couple years ago, Jan Jagla caught him with an elbow. He had that serious concussion. Hernia this year.
Looked very comfortable on the first of 2 here.
This fires
out. Northwestern trying to keep postseason hopes alive at Ohio State. 2 minutes and 48 seconds away from trying to get a piece of the Big Ten championship. Ron Lewis playing in the top against the defense. Ohio State just 6 of 22 from behind the arc so far. In this one, Dials is bumped inside.
Reach goes, I believe they're calling it against Vukusic. So Vukusic picks up number 3. And the Buckeyes are moving in the bonus now.
Well, we mentioned he plays 38, 39 minutes a night. That time just didn't move his feet, just reached in with the upper body. Terrence with the 1-on-1.
That's amazing with all the minutes. Vukusic piles up. He still shoots 50% from the floor. Dials, second straight time now. He's misfired from the stripe. So the Cats, 2:25 to go, lead it by 1. Finishing 15 and 16 last year. 2 years ago, 14 and 15. This year they're 13 and 13.
Cote back on the floor. With Matt Sylvester on the leading scorer. There's a pop in the eye. I don't think they're going to call a foul. I think they're going to call.
Now Steve Wilmer
blew the whistle,
saying no. Now how does that
contact for the injury? But
how does that work? Obviously,
he didn't see it as a personal.
You were right on top of that. Now what made you say that? Why would they not call a foul if obviously he struck him in the eye?
He didn't blow it when it took place, and then when the player, here's the little flip, he gets him in the face. Didn't call that. But then when the player went down due to injury, he stopped action.
I see.
Bill Carmody's not going to agree with that either, I don't think. Neither is Moore, who's still rubbing that eye. It's not intentional, obviously. He's just flipping at the ball.
Right.
But you still make contact.
Seemed like Carmody's accepted it as just a human error, though, as he was talking to Steve Wilmer. So the Cats will inbound now with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Mentioned they're 13 and 13. If they should hold on to win this game, they will close at home against Minnesota. Vukusic very quickly pulled the trigger. Shot clock was down, but he didn't look comfortable with that shot.
Ohio State got the stop that they needed. Now pressure goes back to the Northwestern defense.
Butler. Sylvester.
Well, he's had shot after shot open here tonight. They're sagging off to Sylvester and helping down inside.
0 for 7. Sylvester usually knocks those down. Minute 23.
Every possession huge now.
This noise is starting to build to a crescendo as Cote steps outside. Offensive rebound, another 35-second clock for Northwestern. Cote knocked down a couple of those in the first half. He was deep, Bill.
Long rebound again, and the Wildcats just out-hustled Ohio State, getting to the loose ball. It's those type of hustle plays you continue to make at home. When you have that crowd behind you, now we got out of bounds. They turned it over.
The shot was looking for the crease like he did against Wisconsin. Ohio State did a great job shutting down that crease. Forced him down towards the sidelines and simply stepped out of bounds. Evan Seacat.
1 point lead for Northwestern. As we creep under a minute, 54.8 on the clock. Ohio State has not scored in the last 3.5 minutes.
Buckeyes are going to take a timeout now with 54.8 left on the clock. See the timeouts remaining. Buckeyes coming in. 7 in the RPI, 8 in the coaches' poll. And trailing by 1.
Ohio State trying to join the success of their women's team. Congratulations to Jim Foster winning the outright title in the Big Ten. Buckeyes getting it done, and Jim Foster along the way this year, Mike, picked up his 600th career win.
Wow. I thought he did a great job at Vandy ever since arriving in Columbus. And no Big Ten school has ever had both the men's and women's basketball teams win the outright titles. If the Buckeyes do it, and you can throw the football team in there, it'll be a very, very successful year in Columbus, Ohio. But keep in mind, Buckeyes haven't been shooting the rock very well lately. They trail by 1 with 52 seconds to go.
Nice anticipation by a shot. He nearly picked off that inbounds pass. Ivan Harris on the floor for Ohio State.
Harris was perfect in the first half, 3 for 3. Jaquel Foster now. Open look. Lewis doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Dials. He has been huge for Ohio State on the glass.
Strong rebound with both hands, and Ohio State takes a timeout.
7 rebounds now for Terrence Dials. 30 seconds to go. Doubtful he'll get his 6th straight double-double.
Ron Lewis with a good look. Offline from the time it left his hand on the left side, but Dials makes an aggressive play inside to give his team another opportunity.
You said before the game, before we even arrived for practice, now the Buckeyes shooting 40% from three-point territory, but you brought up the fact that a lot of teams simply don't shoot well here from outside. You said,
and I can't tell you why. I don't know if it's the background, the rims, the lighting, all combined. Give credit to Northwestern's defense, too. You'll always have to do that. But over the years, regardless of the style of play or who's been coaching either club, I've never seen a phenomenal shooting performance in this facility.
Well, the Buckeyes 2 of 13 this half, 6 of 24 from behind the arc. Maybe it's all that purple behind that glass, huh?
Well, Ohio State from behind the arc in the 2 games against Northwestern now, 9 for 47. Because they were just 3 of 23 in Columbus.
Wow. Well, that's amazing.
But they're pressuring out top, playing that 1-3-1, trying to get as much pressure on the perimeter as possible. You have to make the extra pass. And they've had open shots. Buckeyes have had some good looks here tonight.
It's amazing those numbers you just threw at me. Yet they're still shooting 40%. So it talks about some of the great games.
Oh, without question. And they're still in position in this one. You trail by 1, but you've got the basketball.
Remember back in 2002, last time the Buckeyes won the championship, they won it 58-57 over the Wildcats. 25 seconds to go. Butler stripped by the ball. Lewis, good job chasing it down. 17 on the shot clock now for Ohio State. Shot clock, game clock the same, I should say. Inside! Lewis takes it to the rack and scores.
Kept that dribble alive, saw the opportunity, made a nice move.
5 seconds to go. Inside, stolen away. Lewis gets the basketball. 1.5 on the clock. 54-53. The Buckeyes will claim a piece of the championship. Lewis hits the shot.
Both ends of the floor. Kept the dribble alive. Just took it to the hoop. And then at the other end, Williams looked like he got up in the air and was really indecisive. He was a freshman taking it inside. He had the little floater. He was actually open. They tried to force a pass and looking for a teammate. And Ohio State with 1.5 seconds remaining.
Well, Bill Carmody, there was a towel that was tossed in front of the scorer's table over there. And I'm sure he wanted Vukovic or Rashad to get his hands on the rock. Lewis,
who had played against this club a couple of times while at Bowling Green. And there you see Williams just kind of tossing that one up for grabs at the other end.
Well, you mentioned the freshman. He was obviously looking to give up the rock. He probably should have taken the shot at that point.
Well, it's easy for us to say that now, right? Sitting over here.
And then why not call the timeout? Maybe that's what Bill Carmody wanted, huh? That's why he tossed the towel. So Bill Carmody has beaten every Big Ten team since arriving at Evanston except Ohio State. Had the chance. Sterling Williams, the 6'4" redshirt freshman out of Whitney Young High School here in Chicago. Obviously,
the Ohio State team just continues to find a way to win.
You know, it's too bad. It was a great penetration by Williams, but he didn't even have his eyes on the bucket at the end. And Carmody, they're upset. I think he was maybe looking for the timeout.
And Thad Matta, he won't relax until double zeros go up on that board.
Lewis missed the free throw.
And I think they did get a timeout.
With .9 on the clock. That's exactly how much time was left when Moore hit the three against Purdue to send it into overtime. But now we're definitely in a catch-and-shoot situation here with .9.
Well, let's see if they don't go to the monitor to say, do we have a little more than .9?
There was 1.5 on the clock. And Lewis took the free throw.
And I think Steve Welmer is checking. Ron Lewis with a chance to make it a full one-possession game. Timeout was called the minute the ball was missed and the rebound was grabbed, and officials are taking a look.
That's a tough call. I mean, it immediately was grabbed, probably a little bit more than .9. Put the human element in there. The referees, by the time they blow the whistle, well, yeah, maybe.
I bet they go 1.1.
1.1.
Whatever it remains to be, it's time to get off a shot, and anything made wins it for Northwestern.
Well, we mentioned the fact the last 2 years the Cats have finished one game below 500. And Bill Carmody, who's done such a great job, 50-21 over the last 4+ years here at home, he said, you know, it doesn't mean anything until we get that first postseason bid.
Well, they're going to continue to look at it.
Okay,
see.
Right. Nobody's calling it yet. Right there, they're calling it. Okay. I'd say 1.3 maybe. By the time it looked like Walmer lifted his left arm with 1.3.
Ohio State will not get a look. They're out of timeouts. So Ohio State will not be able to take a look at how they line up and then call one. There's Steve Welmer going down, explaining it to Thad Matta. You got it, Mike. 1.3. Now, what Ohio State does not want to do is commit a personal foul. And Northwestern's taking another one. So really no advantage to the Buckeyes here. Sometimes when the team comes out and lines up, that's when you call timeout and then set your defense accordingly. But Northwestern showed nothing coming out, and Bill Carmody elects to take another one.
Well, the Cats had 4 to burn. Might as well use them, right?
So it'll be interesting here whether you try to get it to half court and get a decent look, or whether you try to set up a play to draw a personal foul against Ohio State.
Thad Matta, 1.3 seconds away from a share of the championship. You see, back in 2001, won a championship at Butler his only year. The MCC, 2002 and 2003. Won it at Xavier in the A-10. Also won 2 tournament championships in the A-10 at Xavier.
Terwilliger has checked in for Ohio State. He'll put pressure on the inbounds pass, if we ever get to it.
Bill Carmody still has 2 timeouts to use up. So Terrence Dials coming off of 5 straight double-doubles, 18 points, 7 rebounds, but he's had some big ones on the offensive end. That's the final. The Hawkeyes win their 10th in conference play. They're 10-5.
They and the Illini are both at 10-5, so a very critical second and a half, or 1.3, excuse me, remaining in this one.
Well, you talk about the home floor. I mean, Ed DeChellis from Penn State, they played so well at certain times. They go to Iowa City tonight and score 38 points.
Well, Iowa's a basketball team also playing a lot of upperclassmen, 4 seniors start, and they realize exactly where they are in conference play and what they want to get done this year. So they're going to protect that home floor. And here we go. Let's see who the trigger man is. Looks like Doyle will be the trigger man.
1.3. Vukasic, the deep man. Sullinger comes up quickly now. Doyle throws it out of bounds. Vukasic couldn't quite get to it.
Good pressure by Terwilliger. Good idea putting size on the man taking it out of bounds. Almost has to make a perfect pass in that situation. Had to move, and the left-hander had to get it by.
Bill Carmody's just holding his breath. Doyle, nobody feels worse than he did. It looked like he threw a curveball. The ball just kept tailing away from Vukasic. So no time off the clock. Buckeye basketball. All they'll have to do is inbound. And Thad Matta will have a Big Ten, at least a piece of the championship in his second year. They're going to put Sylvester back in the ball game. This one tough to swallow for Bill Carmody. They played so hard tonight.
I think there's been a little strategy in the last 1.3.
We're looking at our watch. It was 9:30. There were 3 minutes to go. The last to 1.3 is taking about 7 minutes. Sylvester will inbound now.
Matt with some size, trying to find the open man. It's Jaquel Foster, and he's fouled immediately with .1 remaining.
So Foster, though, working in the bonus, will go to the stripe. He's got 8 points, but that's the last thing on his mind right now.
Ohio State fans that traveled to Evanston starting to celebrate over behind the Ohio State bench. Here's Terwilliger. Good leaping ability. He has to throw it over the outstretched arm. And that ball's out of here.
Well, that just reminded me of that great Duke-Kentucky game when they threw it down to Leitner and nobody fronted the ball, the inbound.
Nobody guarded the man out of bounds, and Leitner did almost the impossible, continued his perfect day. What was that, 11 for 11, as he just turned and knocked in that jumper that, unfortunately for Kentucky fans, they will see until eternity. Jaquel Foster gets the free throw. And Thad Matta and Ohio State have gotten it done.
Foster, not 10 points now, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. So getting it done in different areas. .1. And this ball game is history. It's in the books. It goes to Ohio State. And the Buckeyes have themselves at least a share of the Big